pivots in some way, and then there's what appears to be debris from the missile. The missile is deflected, and then some pieces of debris appear to be traveling alongside and with this object for an extended period of time.
Hey there, Perry again, and welcome back to UAPs Are Us. Because when it comes to UAPs, the story never ends where the media leaves it. Last time, we looked at why we should be paying attention to our local councilmen and the conversations happening in the open. But today, I want to take this in a very different direction. See, there's another possibility, one that's harder to swallow. What if the reason the government isn't telling us the full truth isn't because they don't know, but because they do? And what they know is so destabilizing, so far outside our current reality, that releasing it to the public would cause panic on a scale we're not ready for. That's the scary side of this conversation. And in this episode, we're going to dive deep into what secrecy really means, and whether keeping us in the dark is about protecting national security, or about protecting us from something bigger than we can imagine. Like, what if humanity isn't just in the game, but is the game? Then the stakes change. Think about it. Every time disclosure gets brought up, it's the same cycle: grainy footage, vague testimony, half-truths. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, people in power are sitting on materials with foreign properties and craft that supposedly break the laws of physics. If they really have that, then it means two things. One, whatever's out there isn't random. They keep coming back here to us. And two, whatever we're worth to them, it's not money, it's not land, it's not oil. It's something deeper. That's where the scary part comes in. Because if it's not resources, then maybe it's us. Our biology, our consciousness, our very existence. Maybe Earth isn't just home. It's a harvest ground, a testing site, a spiritual battleground. And when you look at it through that lens, suddenly the emotionless tone of these politicians makes sense. They're not calm because there's nothing to fear. They're calm because they know what it all is. They know their part is to lead us astray by gaining our trust and letting it all play out the way they were told to. Watch this here video of Eric discussing the UAP video that he presented in the hearing, and tell me if you honestly believe him.
That's why I'm saying...
What's a dead drop? Hold on one second. What's a dead drop?
Completely anonymously. There's nothing to trace back to, and I have no idea who gave it to me. So I decided I could either sit on it and try to like spend time. I don't have the resources to do forensic on video. And so either I could sit on it, but look, I'm a disclosure guy. I'm just going to let the internet figure out the validity of this video. And so that's kind of the posture that I took. Sit on it, but look, I'm a disclosure guy. I'm just going to let the internet figure out the validity of this video. And so that's...
All right, so you just heard it yourself. Eric Burleson calling himself a disclosure guy. And yeah, that sounds nice on the surface, but let's be real. How can you be a disclosure guy when you can't even talk about 98% of what you actually know? That's not disclosure, that's performance. And then let's talk about this so-called dead drop. Are we really supposed to believe this is the gold standard now? That anonymous drop left by an unknown person is the pipeline for world-changing truth? Come on. If this is the level of transparency, it's laughable. It's like we're expected to take the biggest mystery of our lifetime and build our trust on shadows and whispers. That's not disclosure, that is a distraction. And if we're being distracted, then the real question is, what's happening behind the curtain while our eyes are glued to the show? And maybe that's the whole trick right there, to make us think something real is going to come out of all this, to keep us chasing the carrot, waiting for a day that never comes. It's like when somebody shows you a picture of a beautiful place and says, "Oh my God, it's even better in person." The photo doesn't do it justice. Well, that's basically what we're dealing with here. You don't know these people. You don't know these congressmen. You only see them on screens, only hear their voices through a filter, and through those screens, you might think you've got a good read on them, that they care, that they're fighting for you. But if you really believe that, you're sadly mistaken. The truth is, you're judging a picture that doesn't even come close to the reality behind closed doors. And behind those doors, that's where the deals get made, the secrets get buried, and the future gets decided without us. So what's next if this really is the case? First, let me be clear. We're not here to frighten anybody. That's not the goal. The goal is to open your mind to the possibilities that don't make it onto the evening news. Because when you strip away the press conferences and the suits at the podium, you realize something. The story is way bigger than politics. Just because someone says they're fighting for you doesn't mean much. The best strategy in a situation like this is distraction. Make you think something's about to change, make you believe disclosure is right around the corner, when really it's just a loop designed to keep us waiting. And that's why the question becomes, if disclosure never comes, then what do? We keep watching, we keep asking, we keep questioning. Because if these beings, whoever or whatever they are, keep returning to Earth, then that means we matter. Not just to governments, not just to leaders, but to something far bigger. And whether that's physical, mental, or spiritual, it's a reminder that humanity is part of a story that's still unfolding. So no, I'm not saying panic, I'm saying stay awake, stay aware. Because sometimes the scariest truth isn't that we're being lied to, it's that we might be more important than we ever realized. Well, I hope we were able to pick your brain a little bit today and leave you with some food for thought. Because if there's one thing we've learned, it's that everything isn't always as clear as it seems. And no matter how official, how polished, or how pronounced something may appear, it should always be questioned. And that's exactly what we do here on UAPs are us. So if you're as curious as we are, and you believe there's more going on behind the scenes than what the headlines are telling you, then like, comment, and subscribe to us right here at UAPs Are Us. We'll catch you curious minds in our next episode. And remember, the truth might already be here, hiding in between the unknown.